Hi, this is Dee with Divine Needle, doing a slightly late day 23, Age of Aquarius, July the 12th, 2020. Yesterday was an interesting number, 7-11, seventh heaven. A lot going on out there. I didn't get anything of any, well, I did. When I was meditating, I was getting this, what sounded like a TV or something playing off in the distance. You know, voices. Nothing I could make out. And another thing that kind of stood out to me is there were 2 June bugs in Artemis's water dish this morning. 2. Here we go with the beetles. Again. Anyway, so I'm going to put the energy of today into the cards. Sorry, this is a little bit late going up, but everything happens for a reason. Day 23. Today. Alright, here we go. Overall energy for day 23 today. Overall energy for day 23 today. For all the heart-based souls. Overall energy for today. Overall energy for today. Overall energy for today. Overall energy for today. Okay. The Rogue, 7 of Swords. And High Priestess. Key 2, Major Arcana. What's our highest priority for today? What's the highest priority for everyone today? What's the highest priority for everyone today? Okay. 3 cards. The Defector. Don't know if it's focusing or not. Empress. Key 3, Major Arcana. Dark Horse, 7 of Scepters. And what do we need to be mindful of and prepare for? What do we need to be mindful of and prepare for? What do we need to be mindful of and prepare for? What do we need to be mindful of and prepare for? Okay. Yep. That was right here. Last reading. Okay, the Dynasty. And the Bread of Life right underneath that. Can't make that up. Alright. The Haunt. Nine of Scepters. Or Nine of Swords, sorry. The Blind Seer, 2 of Swords. Okay. Let's look at this reading. So the underlying energy is the Ten of Orbs, which we had, I think, in the very last reading. And what's fascinating is the Bread of Life is right under that again. Alright. So here we go with the Ten of Orbs. The Dynasty is wealth multiplied. That's the card we're working on. In the foreground, the old man faces the young man. They personify inheritance, legacy, and multi-generational dynasty. This card portends advancing prestige. The dynasty is the spirit of collective power that strengthens a tribe. The theme here is successorship. It can also suggest the personal impact on you of much greater national or global affairs. Something greater is going on in the collective, has reached down to directly affect you at the individual and personal level. What the Ten of Orbs portends is gains to be had from that impact. While the Ten of Orbs marks the pinnacle of material wealth and success, the Book of Thoth reminds us that success will quickly go, inert, and from that inertia degenerate and rot if the pinnacle is not used immediately, put to productive use toward the greater good. Thus, with the benefits and gains you shall reap, you must direct those benefits and gains towards a higher good. Do not harvest all the blessings for yourself. It's 10 to 1, right? That's an 11. Yesterday was 7-11. Okay. Major Arcana. High Priestess. Overall energy. This is Sophia, or wisdom personified. She guides you toward deepening and broadening your knowledge. Aspire for scholarship to wield the power of discernment. The priestess is the queen of the angels. When the priestess appears to you, she instructs on the cultivation of your wisdom and intuition. The summation of choices you have made and the landscape of thoughts you have painted for yourself have taken you to the threshold of a particular path. And now it's time to venture deeper, farther. Here is the wellspring of magic. And then the Rogue, 7 of Swords. The Rogue is mischief personified. Here you see the story of Loki cutting off Sif's beautiful golden locks of hair while she slept. Sif is the Norse goddess of the earth, of plenitude and the grains, affinity, fertility, family, marriage, mother of might and magnificence. She was also a seer. The mind, the thought plane, and the intellect are the weakening barriers to materialized success. The 7 of Swords denotes an unstable mind and unstable efforts. The Rogue is the spirit of cunning and scheming. We see compromised integrity, yet the Rogue is also the personification of one who is misunderstood. So when the spirit appears to you, you are the rogue in pursuit of an undertaking that diverges from the mainstream. You may get blowback for it, yet take heart that the toad on the lily pad is symbolic of a rainmaker, an omen of ambition that begets plenitude, while the snail calls in the grace of the eminence, the blessings of the 9 orbs. A little bit of roguish behavior is called for if you seek to achieve your goal. You are being challenged to confront an ethical dilemma. Will you choose to follow the rules or will you break them? So you're going to be using your intuition on this situation where there's some goal, an ethical dilemma of some sort. It's going to challenge you. And you're going to have to call in your High Priestess energy today. All right. Highest priority, the defector, 8 of chalices. This is the spirit of abandoned success. The defector is the spirit's personification of abandoning one path to walk a contrasting and entirely different one. This is walking away from what you have otherwise devoted a great deal of effort to, and not looking back. This is the spiritual quest for that which will be more emotionally fulfilling. The 5 chalices stacked on the ground symbolize the material work that the defector leaves behind. The 3 hovering above symbolize the beliefs and ideologies the defector now abandons. When the 8 of chalices appears to you, you are at the foot of a steep mountain, about to embark onto challenging yet personally fulfilling terrain. Wisdom will be attained, and the path of that mountain is the path toward achieving your great work, toward fulfilling your life purpose. The scarlet ibis with wings outstretched, flying overhead, is the material manifestation of a guardian deity who will be overseeing your difficult journeying ahead. The defector is the guardian spirit guiding you to abandon illusionary success and to scale new heights in a different direction. This is the start of a difficult journey, but a journey that will take you where you want to be. So you're going to be walking away from something possibly today. Key 3, the Empress. The Empress appears to those who are on the verge of producing a work worthy of admiration. The magic of the Empress transforms your hopes into reality. A divinity of universal love is present in your life path, and the Empress appearing to you is the affirmation you need for acknowledging that presence. Gloria Mundi is the muse for poets, writers, artists, and musicians. The Empress also embodies the spirit of rhetoric. She wields the art of persuasion. It's a gorgeous card. I love the dragonfly on it. A personal favorite of mine, one of my spirit animals, the doe and the dragonfly. Alright. One last card in highest priority, the Dark Horse, which is 7 of Scepters. The Dark Horse is the underdog who blindsides the naysayers and will emerge victorious. When you are being cornered or outnumbered, the Dark Horse appears to you ready to stand shoulder to shoulder with you as you take on your opposition. You will emerge in prominence and glory. Take that fighting stance and ready yourself. The Dark Horse is marginalization personified, and yet the spirit is extraordinary in both strength and stealth. This is the spirit of valor, who has come now to empower you with courage. When outnumbered, you resist. So these are your highest priority today. Walking away from a current path, pursuing a creative endeavor, and standing in your power. Okay. And then what to be mindful of and prepare for. This is rather apparent what all this means, but Two of Swords, the blind seer. The blind seer helps us navigate the stalemate between the ego and self. The twin swords or twin paths form the cross that you bear. You have yet to attain the realization you need to make an intelligent, reasoned decision. So take the time to look inward, arrive at an inner peace, and restore a sense of calm before you proceed any further. So a head over heart decision. So use your intellect. And your intuition on this decision. It's about walking away and starting something else, standing in your power. The Haunt, Nine of Swords. Restful sleep eludes a figure who sits upright in bed, face buried in hand, in slight fetal position. The astrological glyphs of the planets and signs stitched into the bedding signify the fate, circumstances, and consequences of your own action that you now lie in. This is also how you feel. You are haunted and bound by your fate. Behind the slatted walls of swords is a dark-horned shadow. The shadow is the haunt. The background is an illusion of space and a seemingly endless, spacious, checkered room, emblematic of hermetic duality, that leads through the archway to an endless hall. As Aleister Crowley calls it, this is the cathedral of the damned. This is anxiety personified, anxiety about what your future holds, because, at least for the moment, your perception of the present is bleak. And yet, what the imagery of the Nine of Swords card reflects back to show you is that your perception is an illusion of space. You feel despair over the cruelty in this world, and you're not wrong, but you are wrong about your helplessness. The haunt is the haunting of our own past actions, our inner demons that we have not resolved, our regrets, and the actions we have taken both against others and against ourselves. The haunt is also the spirit ally, and an appearance during divination made by the haunt could be this beneficent spirit deflecting malefic energies or psychic poison arrows in your vicinity and alerting you of such a presence. Thus, the haunt is often assigned to conduct a full spiritual cleansing, banishing, and to engage in more proactive shielding or personal protection rituals. So there we have it. Big decision to make. I have a feeling that I'm sure psychic arrows are part of the path. It just is what it is. People in the rivers of belief, right? But I believe this is actually going to be some anxiety that you experience over this decision that you need to make, walking away from something. Walking away, standing in your power. You know, the Empress can also represent earth-based signs. Huh. Fascinating. Anyway, this is the reading for today, July the 12th, day 23, Age of Aquarius. I hope it helps you with your day. And until tomorrow.